What do you do, YouTube? It is your favorite boys, CJ and Frank, back together again at long last. It's been a couple months. We apologize for the lack of videos. I've been sick and he's been taking care of family members. But nonetheless, we are back and we got a whole heck of a lot to talk about. And
Mm.
one of the things I want to discuss first, Frank, is if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Subscribe today and become a bro with the Retro Bros. Like this video, comment what you think of this video, do all that good stuff. And for real, the one thing I want to talk about is I got a busy couple of months coming up. I know I told you a little bit about this, but
Yeah,
this time next month, I will be on a cruise. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy is going to go on a fun cruise. Um, it's called. Hang on, I got the info right here. My mom. Um, where is this one? I don't need a there it is, right there. It's called. So we're going on Freedom of the Seas, and we're going to the Bahamas basically on that cruise. So
cool.
yeah, and then in January we're going on another cruise. And that one's going to like Mexico and a couple other places. We're very excited for these cruises. Of course, we got the drink package. By the way, Corona. Hey, Corona, where you at? Hey, sponsor your boys. Sponsor your boys. And yeah, I'm really excited to go on this cruise. This is the first one I'm going on in September.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Um, and this, so the thing about these cruise ships, I don't think you understand here, Frank, is these cruise ships are not small. They're not like boats. They're huge, right?
Right.
These things have these things have theaters in them. They have casinos in them. The one that we're going on in September has water slides. It has mini golf. It's got uh, all kinds of fun stuff. It's got arcades, um, and yeah, and it's gonna be really fun. And of course, it's got all kinds of areas to drink booze, but and then that's and we got the drink package. But I mean, it's like
How
all
much? How much is a drink package?
you have to ask my parents. I think it's like
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
$65 a night per person,
Oh.
but I could be wrong. Yeah, but they got a deal on it. So, but
Okay.
yeah, yeah, so and my buddy and we got some intel from online people that said if you go on a cruise and you order a drink, just get beer because they will water down alcoholic drinks. Because you're on a
Hmm.
cruise, you're on the ocean, you don't
Hmm.
want to get seasick, right? Um,
Yeah.
so
So I gotta ask you though. Not to get off the cruise topic, but how was your experience at SmackDown? I
oh
saw you missed see I didn't see the episode but I know what happened in terms of Rock making an appearance. I saw you missed that? You
yeah.
didn't get there in time?
So
Damn.
here's what happened. I'm a dumbass, right?
Yeah.
My TV says SmackDown starts at 7 o'clock on Fox.
Okay.
Okay, 7 o'clock on Fox. So I told my dad, "Hey, it starts at 7."
No, no, bruh.
So he's
Oh
like,
no.
"Okay, cool, great, right?" So
Wow.
me and my uncle and my dad, we all went, and we went to Chili's before for dinner because we
Oh
thought we
no.
had to eat dinner real quick, right? And
Yeah.
and Chili's was very quick. We told the lady that we were in a rush. We were in and out in less than 30 minutes, no joke, and
Mm.
which is nice, right? And so uh, we're on the road, and I'm seeing people talking about, "Oh God, Rocky's at SmackDown. Rocky's at SmackDown." And I'm like, it's happening. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh wait, I'm a dumbass. 7 o'clock tape delay my time, so it did start at 6. So that being said, we were only 30 minutes late to the show, so we saw everything else that happened. We
Yeah.
just missed The Rock, and
Which um I have not been to that many live wrestling events, so I've never seen The Rock live. If I would have missed the opportunity, if I would have actually attended a show that he was on and I missed that opportunity, I would be so if I got there late and you missed his segment or match or whatever, that would be pretty frustrating. I feel your pain on that, man.
but
I understand.
I think of it positively. It balanced out because, yeah, we missed The Rock, but we still
Mm,
got to see John Cena,
that's great too, but
right?
I would have rather wanted to see both of them.
Yeah,
Have you
eh,
ever seen?
yeah. And
Okay,
trust me, my dad's been ribbing me about it the
yeah,
whole ever since. Like, yeah, for
I
once
was,
we got to see.
I'm, I was lucky enough to see Cena perform live twice. Both of them were non-televised
You know what,
matches.
Tro? You know what,
Mm.
Tro? We don't need that negativity right now. Tro says,
What
"Yikes,
is that?
Bears, and even more the Broncos."
Yeah, yeah. I was just telling him too in the studio about that. We both had a horrible day, and
Mhm.
the crazy part about it is now we play each other next week, and I guess who's the worst team? Find out who's the worst team next week. But hey, hockey begins in 20 days. I'm excited about the Islanders. So that's all I got to say about.
Probably us, honestly, but
I don't
because
know.
it's. But yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about before we get into more wrestling was a couple of weeks ago. It was the craziest thing. I don't even think I told you about this one. I'm sure you saw my photo on Facebook, but a couple of weeks ago, I woke up early in the morning and my nose just started bleeding,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm like, "Huh, that's peculiar." So I grabbed some tissue and I just kind of wiped the blood off, and it was fine at that point, right? So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I fall back asleep. I wake right back up, and the instant I wake back up, bleeds
Mm,
again. I'm like, "Oh no." So I grab tissue, grab more tissue, grab more tissue, probably 2, 3 hours of just holding tissue up to my nose, and it's not going away. It's still dumping buckets of blood, right? I'm like, "What the hell?" So, at that point, my dad took me to emergency room, and they they, we stayed at the emergency room for, like, 2 or 3 hours,
yeah.
and my nose was still bleeding, like, nonstop, right? So, finally, they stuck this thing up my nose called, um, a, uh, a rhino balloon, which hurts like hell, quite frankly.
Mm,
It feels like you're shoving a knife up your nose, pretty much.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so what they do is they stick this like balloon up your nose, and then what they'll do is they'll put pressure into the balloon. They'll blow up the balloon through your nose, and what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to stop the bleeding, right?
Mm,
It stopped the bleeding, fortunately, enough, and we went so I came back home, I took a bath. I'm supposed to keep this thing in overnight, right? And it hurts
mm,
like hell. It
yeah.
hurts. Like I said, like a knife in your nose. So, we get home, I'm gonna take a bath. So I take a
Yeah.
bath. While I'm in the bath, guess what happens?
It bleeds again.
No, the balloon thing falls out of my nose,
Oh,
and it's not supposed to be out of my nose until the next day when a
right,
doctor
right.
will move it. So I called my dad in. My dad thought I took the thing out of my nose because it hurt. I didn't take it out. It fell out, right? I'm like, "Oh, man." I'm like, "Dad, if I had taken it out, why would I call you in here to tell you it fell?" Right? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Why would I be honest? Whatever. So, uh, but the good news is once the thing fell out, my nose stopped bleeding completely. Hasn't bled since. I've been really blessed about that. But it was just really so I think what it was I had really high blood pressure because of stress and all that stuff of what's going on.
Yeah.
with the nosebleeds. Because when you go to an emergency room, you're kind of like, right. So I had to
Yeah.
deal with that.
I
And
had go ahead.
go ahead.
Alright. I had a situation like that last year, although I didn't have to go to the hospital. I came close to possibly because like for like a whole day or close to a day, like
Damn.
my nose kept bleeding every once in a while. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, luckily I didn't have to. I think we got like some pills I took for like a week or so
Yeah.
to make it better. But yeah, that was scary for a little bit, but I was
But
fine.
yeah, I bled for a good, let's see, I bled for a good 5 hours.
Damn.
So intro says maybe you'll tie. Wow. I mean,
That'd be an improvement.
yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. One thing I wanted to talk about, let's get into some wrestling here. Uh,
Mm,
we 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 haven't been live in a while, so I just gotta say, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt and Terry
yeah.
Funk.
Mm,
Didn't know Terry Funk or I didn't really follow Terry Funk's career that much because he was a lot before my time. But Bray Wyatt, man, that one was the one that one surprised the hell out of me, honestly. Um,
yeah.
I woke up and all of a sudden I just see Bray Wyatt. I mean, it happened at like five. The news came out at like 5, 6 o'clock at night. I was asleep when it came out, and then I woke up about 10 or 11 o'clock. I got two messages from my friend Nader and my uncle Ronnie, and they're like, "Wow, Bray Wyatt's dead." Those were the first two things I saw upon waking up. I'm like, "What?" And so I went online. I went on Facebook immediately, and I saw a whole bunch of posts about Bray. I'm like, "No way."
Yeah.
Wow, that was surprising, man. Actually, I think Uncle Ronnie just texted me, "Wow, Bray Wyatt?" And I was like, "What the hell?" I mean, it was surprising, man. It was that one, especially because we had lost Bray like a day or two before that, or I mean Terry Funk a day or two before that.
A day. A day. He
A
died
day,
the day before.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, one of my favorite Bray Wyatt moments or feuds, I guess, was him versus Cena heading into WrestleMania 30. That video package was
Mm,
chef's kiss.
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember that video package or not. That was the one
Oh
where
yeah. Oh
him and
yeah.
them legacy. This is my legacy.
Yeah. I remember that.
You know,
WWE always comes through with red hot video packages, man.
I'll drink to that, bro. Yeah.
Uh for me, I remember seeing it, like, just scrolling through my phone and then seeing it, and I could not believe it. But you want to talk about like favorite Bray Wyatt moments, and I got some favorite Terry Funk moments too. But for Bray, um,
I have a couple Terry Funk favorite moments
yeah,
too. But go ahead.
for Bray, he was in the ring. He was the heel
Right.
when Daniel Bryan had that cage match, and
Uh-huh.
he went on top of the cage to end a Raw and was doing the yes chant, and you can see the whole damn crowd
Go
doing it with
yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Like that was an amazing moment. That yeah, I guess you can say it's a Daniel Bryan moment, but hey, it takes two to tangle. That is also a Bray Wyatt moment. He had a hand in it being the heel. The six-man tag with the Shield, the first one at
Oh,
Elimination Chamber, that was amazing, and
both
I
matches
can't
really
believe,
great.
yeah, yeah, both of them were great, no doubt. I cannot believe it's only, it's gonna be a decade come this February that match will be a decade old this February,
Oh, wow.
and everybody
Really?
in that match was fairly young. And we've already lost two of the six people in that match. That's horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to think about that
Um,
for a second. I'm like, "Wait." I'm thinking of everybody in that, and I'm like, "Yeah, yep." I was
yeah.
thinking about the Shield for a second. I'm like, "What?"
Um,
Yeah, we lost Luke Harper and Bray, yeah.
yeah. For Terry Funk,
Well, hang on, and by the way, I wanna say, I didn't cry about Bray Wyatt until that SmackDown, and they did the video tribute for him, and they showed him with his kids, and that's what
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, man, dude." And I really didn't cry, but I just kinda it just kinda it hit
Yeah,
right here, right? And then they come
okay,
back to
okay.
Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan looking at that empty chair, and you're like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
or
Poor,
yeah, Braun Strowman. I said Bray Wyatt, but Braun Strowman,
yeah,
yeah.
poor Braun and poor Eric Rowan. You know, the two of the two remaining Wyatt family members. Feel bad for both of them. Eric Harper.
Eric
What's
Rowan.
his name? Yeah, Eric Rowan was at both of the tribute shows. You know,
Which
Phil.
props to AEW and WWE for saying, "You know what?
Yeah,
Screw the company lines or whatever. He needs
yeah.
to do this." And we're gonna talk about AEW in a minute because I got something I gotta say about
Mhm.
CM Punk. We're gonna talk about
But
that.
I wanna talk about Terry Funk. Anybody who watches this podcast or at least follows me on Facebook or is friends with me on Facebook knows I'm a huge fan of the Attitude Era. One of my favorite Terry Funk moments comes from the Attitude Era. The dumpster segment with the New Age Outlaws. New Age Outlaws and Cat Funk and Foley, no matter what, I don't know which character personas Funk and Foley had at the time of the feud, whether it was, I guess Funk was Chainsaw Charlie. But anyway, that tag team feud in '98 was pretty fun, man. And that dumpster segment at the end of a Raw in like January of '98 was really good. And with Funk as well, the I Quit match with Ric Flair at Clash of Champions was
Yeah.
damn good. You know,
But by the way, wait,
um,
wait, real quick. Sorry to interrupt.
mm, yeah.
LGI, what's that stand for, dog? Islanders. Okay.
Let's go Islanders. Let's go
Long Island
Islanders.
Islanders or whatever?
No. Let's go Islanders.
Okay, okay, keep
Well,
going. I'm sorry.
um, Funk also had that run where he was a commissioner in WCW early in 2000, which was pretty good. Had that short feud with Nash where they face off at Sold Out, right? I think the first pay per view that year they face off at Sold Out. Um, yeah, of course, just like you, there's a lot of stuff from Terry Funk that I have not seen because I'm the same. I'm pretty much the same age as you. We didn't grow up on Terry Funk, you know.
Right.
But of course, being a fan of the Attitude Era, being a fan of WCW in 2000, and of course because of the network, I know I've seen some of Funk's stuff, and there is some stuff of his that I like, as I've just
Oh yeah.
mentioned a few. The crazy thing about it, I never realized this. As we all know, as you know, I've been in my grandfather's house, so I was actually at my grandfather's house when Funk died, and I had no clue. He was legitimately the same age as my grandfather,
Oh damn.
79. My grandfather actually turns 80 tomorrow, but yeah, he was the same age as me.
Happy birthday to your grandpa.
Yes, we're going down to the hospital tomorrow to see him,
Hey,
and
send your prayers and thoughts to Frank in the comment section for Frank.
yeah,
He needs them.
yeah. Well, he should be coming out of the hospital at some point.
It's
When
not
he does, I'm headed
it's not
back.
like it's a serious life or death situation here.
It's not. No, it shouldn't be. They're just looking at his leg right
Okay.
now. So I
Well,
don't think it's
that's
that
good.
serious.
That's good.
Yeah.
I lost
One.
both my grandpas last year, so I know what it is.
Yeah, that sucks. But once he comes back, I am going back down to the house to watch him.
Yeah.
So that's why I've tried to make sure that we get something in today
Yeah.
because I'm going back. This doesn't mean we're back on like every
Well,
once in a while we're
probably
going
won't
to
be
be
back
getting.
until November, like permanently, like till November.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure when we're going to permanently be back on.
Well, we're gonna do our best to keep the channel as active as we can,
Mhm.
folks. I'm probably gonna be vlogging a lot of that trip next
Yeah,
month.
do some. Yeah, you got you
And
do some stuff. And
and
like I said,
also in January, I'm going. I don't know if I told you this, but in January, I'm going on another cruise.
okay.
So I'll probably vlog.
By January, I should definitely be back by then. But yeah, like I've said, do some reviews, even if it's just yourself. Like, you know, if
Yeah.
you can't, try to hit up Tro. I can talk to Tro for you, see if he wants to like do a you wanted to review Royal Rumble '07 and WrestleMania 23. Try to review that with Tro. I'll hit up Tro, ask him if he want to do that with you.
Um.
Do some. I don't want to do fucking 2010s WWE stuff or even current stuff. So ask Tro, like, are there any shows from that time period y'all want to review? You know,
Um.
Tro can be in my place for the time being. You'll still be talking. You'll still have an Islander fan co-host and Met fan co-host.
There's so you can tell me your favorite Terry Funk moments and stuff like that.
Yeah. What's yours?
It's getting kind of staticky.
Yeah.
Your sound over there is getting kind of staticky. There you go. Why is your thing getting staticky?
I don't know.
Huh. Anyway, what I so I have a couple Terry Funk favorite moments. First,
Ah,
are you okay?
yeah.
Okay.
Almost dropped the camera
Oh.
or my phone, which is the camera.
So one of my favorite Terry Funks is, obviously I like the dumpster stuff with Teenage Outlaws. That was cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I like when he came out as Chainsaw Charlie. That was entertaining. When he got choke slammed by the Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell match, that famous Hell in a Cell. That was. Do you
right.
remember? He was a part of that. He got like,
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he got choke slammed, but he got big booted or whatever.
he did. I think he got jokes on. Yeah,
Yeah. And then late, let's go into the early 2000s, 2006. I remember him and Tommy Dreamer feuding with Edge and Mick
yeah,
Foley, and Terry Funk and Mick Foley had a match or had a promo, and Mick and Terry Funk or Mick was saying, "I'll never fight you, Terry, because you can't piss me off, right?" So Terry was doing everything to piss off Mick. It was like pie facing him, slapping him, and then finally he gets on the mic and he goes, "Hey Mick, your wife's a whore." I remember that promo so vividly, just hearing that vividly. I'm like, oh, that was cool. And then their one night stand match was pretty cool to watch. um, yeah, Terry Funk was legendary in my opinion. He
yes,
was, you know, I think honestly, in terms of creativity, he was on that same level with Bray Wyatt. We lost two very um, creative performers.
yeah.
By the way, before we get into CM Punk here, I watched that Kurt Angle documentary.
Mm.
Damn, that was a good one. I like that Kurt Angle on the WWE Network on Peacock.
Yeah, yeah.
That one was very good. I also watched the Cody one. Those are two documentaries I strongly suggest. They are awesome.
I still got to get caught up on those documentaries. I love when, like I said, they do great video packages. They also do great documentaries.
Facts.
And I still haven't even watched the Evil documentary they did like last year. I got
The
to get caught
oh
up.
I
Yeah,
watched all of them. They were great.
yeah.
Ooh, they were
I'm
fantastic.
sure they were. I'm sure both of those Edge and Angle and Cody documentaries were great too. I'm sure.
Yeah. Speaking of evil, let's hop into some CM Punk talk.
Mhm.
So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time since we've done a podcast. And in that long time, a lot of stuff has happened. We just talked about Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk passing away. And now we're about to talk about CM Punk fading away from AEW because let's just let's just go blow by blow of what happened. So it was Wembley Stadium this year. They did a show at Wembley Stadium, which
Mhm.
the fact that they got Wembley, applause to them for that. You know what I'm saying? That's a great get, right?
Yeah.
And it was the first match. And now, before we get into the first match of the whole show, we
Mhm.
should get some context. A couple of weeks prior to the show, it was revealed that Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who is the son of Luke Perry, had wanted to
Yeah.
do a spot in a wrestling match with real glass, which that in of itself, why? Why glass at all? Fake glass, real glass, I don't care.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Just why? You're an idiot, right?
Yeah.
So then, fast forward, and CM Punk, for some reason, everybody went to CM Punk and said, "Tell him no, he can't do it." Because why is CM Punk the one that has to say something first? Number one, and number two, I don't know. That part doesn't make sense to me. But
Well, it's Punk's body that's on the line when you talk about that
I'm
glass.
sorry.
Yeah. It's Punk's body that's on the line there when you're talking about that glass. I mean, if it was, I don't know who actually
He wasn't
was.
facing Punk. He was facing somebody else.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay.
It was
Then
somebody
I
else.
don't. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Then I get. I agree with you. That makes no sense.
Right. But everybody's like, go tell him no. You're the veteran. Go tell him no. Right. So Punk's like,
Mm,
hey man, we're not doing the fake glass, or we're not doing the fake glass, the real glass, or any of that. Right. So
mm,
then fast forward up to Wembley, and it's Jack Perry against Hook in a, I guess, a false count anywhere. I guess.
mm.
Right. I don't know. Um, and Hook had like suplexed or body slammed Jack Perry onto a car windshield. And Jack Perry basically freaking no sold it, right? And he gets up off of that windshield and he goes, "It's real glass. Cry me a river." Just like that.
Oh, he said that in real life. Oh, he. I
Yes.
mean,
He
he
looked
sent.
at
He
the
said
camera.
that behind the camera. I mean,
He
in front of the
looked
camera, whatever.
he looked in the camera the way I'm looking, right?
Yeah.
Real glass. Cry me a river. Just like
Wow.
that. I kid you not. I heard it because I saw this. I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck?" Right? And
See,
go ahead.
go. Yeah, I've read about this a little bit on the internet, and I thought that when he made that quote, I thought he was making that behind the scenes to Punk.
Well, he was, but he said that in
No,
real.
I mean
Oh, you thought
actually
he came
backstage.
backstage and said that. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
no, no,
actually
he
a
said that.
backstage altercation.
Yeah, he said that
Yeah,
shit in real life, and I was
yeah.
just like, "Wow." And at first, it didn't click with me, but I'm like, okay." And then online, I saw something about like, "Oh shit!" Right? Don't worry, I'm not pouring it on my pants. I'm pouring it into a cup right here.
That would have been funny.
Oh yeah, I'm hot here. No,
That's
uh,
that is literally what I was thinking. Oh my gosh, she's pouring it down his pants. What the hell is she doing?
hey, I just, these are clean clothes I'm wearing, bro.
That was random as hell. He's like, when I see this, the last thing I'm thinking of is, oh my gosh, she's pouring that all over his pants. I know you have to have a glass down there.
Okay.
There has to be
So
some
anyway,
type of.
so so then after the match, Jungle Boy walks to the back and he sees CM Punk, and I guess he like bumps shoulders with Punk, and CM Punk looks at him and goes, "Got something to say to me?" And Jack Perry goes, "You heard what I said out there." And then from then on, reports go all over the place of what happened. Jack Perry struck Punk, Punk struck Perry, whatever, right? Whatever. I believe what you want to believe from the internet. I'm not sure what I believe. Um, there was a confrontation. That much is agreed upon. So we're gonna go with there was a confrontation between the two backstage that led to CM Punk being really pissed off. And actually, what else was agreed upon was that CM Punk actually made the first shot, took the first shot. So that was agreed upon as well.
Hang
So
on, hang on. Made or took the first shot?
he made the first. He took the first shot.
Okay,
Like he's the one that hit first, right?
okay, he hit first. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because when you say he took the first shot, that means he received it, like got punched in the face or something.
Oh no, 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 no.
Took,
He
yeah.
hit first. He hit first.
Okay, okay.
So and then I guess he lunged at Tony Khan. And it got to a point where Punk was so upset that the match that was supposed to kick off the pay-per-view, because that Jack Perry uh, Hook match was on the pre-show. So the match that was supposed to kick off the pay-per-view was CM Punk Samoa Joe, and Punk was so upset he almost walked out of that pay per view, and Joe had to calm him down and say, "Hey man, let's go take care of business in the ring." So they did what they did. They took care of business. Blah 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 blah. And then later in the week, it's revealed that Punk was fired, terminated.
Well,
Go
you
ahead, Frank.
take a you take a shot at your boss. What do you expect? you know, like Bret Hart knew he was getting fired, or knew he was leaving, I should say,
Yeah,
when he did that to Vince. Like he was like, "Let me get my shot in before I leave." Punk, you taking a shot, you swinging at your boss. You know you're gonna get fired, or lunging at him. I don't know what he lunged at him, but you're gonna get fired, plain
right.
and simple. And I'm a fan of CM Punk, but
You know,
and if I have to say, like, if I have to pick a side in the Jack Perry, CM Punk situation, which fun fact about Jack Perry, the first pro wrestler to ever be referenced on Family Guy,
really.
ever. Yes,
What?
yes, yep. Season, I believe 2, the story on page 1, the actual quote by Brian Peter, Luke Perry isn't gay. He has a wife and a kid. A kid. That was the first time a pro wrestler was ever referenced on Family Guy. It's
They were
true.
that predicted the future. No, I was kidding.
But anyway, if I had to pick a side in the CM Punk, uh, Jack Perry, I almost called him Luke. If I had to pick a side in the CM Punk Jack Perry situation, I mean, you could say that it wasn't CM Punk's fight because he wasn't in the match, but I guess because it's Hook, Hook's a young guy's got to stand up for a rookie or whatever. But honestly, Jack Perry dealing with glass, like real glass, there should be no place for actual glass in
Or
pro.
fake.
Well, if it doesn't hurt, I don't see what the problem is. Honestly, uh,
Why is class need to be in wrestling at all? I don't know.
eh, Well, but that's why for that point, and if I had to pick a side, there would be Punk. But I cannot stand up for Punk, or I cannot defend Punk for lunging at his boss. He deserved to get fired for that. If you hit your boss, unless you're Stone Cold Steve Austin in a storyline with Vince McMahon, if you ever hit your boss, you're gonna get fired,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
you deserve it. Or if you lunge at him again, I don't know if he hit him. You say lunged at him. He lunged him. Well, that's trying to attack him in some
Yeah.
way. So he got fired, as he
See,
should have.
and see, I don't take sides in this situation at all. I'm not sitting here saying this guy was right, this guy was right. Look, both sides were stupid and wrong for different
Okay,
reasons. One side was
right.
stupid and wrong because they wanted to use glass. You're an idiot. Shut the fuck up. You're a kid. You don't know what you're doing. Shut up. Blah blah blah. But the other side was wrong because you're the fucking veteran. You should know better. You should know how to keep your temper in check by now. You've been in this business for how many years? Chill.
I
And then you
understand that.
look at your boss. You're sorry,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
hey, go ahead.
They're both in the wrong. I agree with that. But yeah. I just don't agree with Jack Perry wanting to. Even if it's his body, like he was the one who took the glass, not Hook.
Even
You said,
still,
yeah,
liabilities, man,
it's yeah,
liabilities, that stuff. And
yeah.
um, also, this is not CM Punk's first problem
No, we know
backstage.
that.
Of course,
Yeah.
I think we talked about the brawl in situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we have. With the young, but
Well, this goes back. CM Punk's behind the scenes incidents go all the way back to when he was with Impact Wrestling in
oh
the
sure,
weekly pay per view days. You know the incident with Teddy Hart that got Teddy fired. You know,
yeah.
or
Look,
actually, excuse me, I think that actually got Punk fired. I
you
think
know
they
what?
kept Teddy Hart. Yeah, they kept Teddy Hart. I think.
The thing about Punk is, and here's the thing. I used to be a huge fan of CM Punk. Hey man, summer of 2011 CM Punk, the summer of Punk in 2011, fucking phenomenal, right? Money in the Bank 2011, Chef's Kiss, perfect
Yeah,
match, right?
yeah.
That's like the perfect match,
Yeah.
beautiful, nothing at all wrong with it. And then 2012 happened, and he started to lose his momentum. By the end of 2012, he was well, okay. Here you go. Here's one. Do you remember the main event segment of the Raw where Jerry Lawler had the heart attack?
Shit. Oh my gosh, that's 11 years ago.
It was a
I don't really want to remember WWE from the 2010s. Even though I kind of like 2012. 2012 really wasn't that bad, but no, I really don't remember.
so the main event segment. So now, mind you, Lawler had his heart attack earlier on in the show,
Mhm.
so they still
Oh,
kept
was it
the
Punk?
show.
Uh,
Go ahead.
was it Punk doing something with Undertaker or something?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
it was CM Punk, John Cena, and Bret Hart, and Bret Hart decked CM Punk. That was that. And of course, okay, that's a bad thing to bring up because, of course, you don't remember anything after the Jerry Lawler heart attack, right?
See, see, I liked CM Punk in 2012. I thought he was really good in 2012.
Yeah, he was a great heel. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, he was a fantastic heel.
His
And
uh his original Summer of Punk too is worth watching. The one in Ring of Honor. That
oh,
was really good. 20,
is that
2005.
the one where he signed his
Yes, yes,
WWE contract on the ROH title?
yes. That was a show called Sign of Dishonor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He faced Colt Cabana or whatever, and then yeah,
No, no. He started the show, signed the contract, and then faced Jay Lethal in the main event.
Jay Lethal, that's who it was.
Yes, yes. He faced Colt Cabana on
Colt
his
Cabana
last.
was his final opponent. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. And anyway, but my point is I used to love CM Punk, right? And then and even when he came in, and then in 2014 he did what he did to WWE, where he left without saying goodbye to the fans. Soured me a little bit. Didn't like that, right? Just didn't like that at all.
I had no problem. If you have issues at your job where you feel like you have to leave, then leave. Why? I don't see nothing wrong with what he did there. He felt he wasn't getting treated right. Whether that's true or not, it's his opinion. If he feels like he wanted to leave, if he felt like his passion wasn't there anymore, which is what he said, why stay at your job if it's not going well? And,
Hey, give me
so I'm
this.
with him
I'll
on
be right back. Just talk about Punk real quick.
that. All right. Um, yeah, that's how I've always.
Wes says the Bears. Hi, Wes.
Yeah, what's up, Wes? Yeah, not a good day. Not a good day at all. Uh, I really don't know what to say about that game, except it was nice to see my boy Jack Sanborn get a pick, even though it was long after the game was pretty much over, and it was on Blaine Gabbert, not Pat Mahomes. Of course, they were not going to get a pick off Mahomes. We know that, but yeah, I've always felt that way about Punk leaving WWE. I don't necessarily agree that they weren't using him right. I thought he was fine at the time. Um, but hey, if he believed that if he wasn't enjoying his job at the time, why stay? And especially when you're CM Punk, he already had a couple of good years with WWE. He was probably making some good money.
Yeah. Um. So where'd you leave off? What were you talking about? Sorry, I had to go throw my trash away.
No, it just told me. Why
Oh,
do I hear an echo?
what?
Why do I hear an echo?
Um, I don't know. Do you hear it now?
Hold on. Hello.
Yo, yo,
No,
yo.
no, you got rid of it. No, I still hear myself. I still hear myself a little.
Huh, that's weird. I don't know.
Hold
Hang on.
on. Hello?
Let me try this.
No, I think you got rid. I think it's good now.
Okay, can you hear it now?
I think it's good now. It's good now.
Do you hear it?
Uh, hold on. No, I don't hear myself anymore. It's
Sweet.
good.
We're good. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so when he left WWE in 2014, that soured me on him, right? And then he came back in 2021 to AEW, and I'm gonna be honest, I marked out. I was like, yes, he's back. Yes. I didn't mark out quite as hard as that fan that was crying in the crowd did. I mean,
Yeah, my gosh. I get being a Punk fan, but damn, it's not that serious, bro.
facts, facts. It's CM Punk, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, so that, and then he has the situation with the elite, and I'm not taking sides in that either. I think both sides are fucking wrong in that too. Pre
I really don't know much of the story and I really don't care, honestly.
Yeah, that's a bunch of prepubescent children being prepubescent children, right?
Yeah.
So that's all whatever. So that happened, and that kind of soured me a little bit. But then he came back and he was kicking ass again, and then he left, and then he came back, and then all of this happened, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, why, why is CM Punk looking for issues?
See, when Punk came back in 2021, see, it was very different for me from when he left. When he left, even though I still didn't necessarily enjoy any product at that time, WWE Impact, anybody, I still was watching WWE pretty much regularly, and I was a big fan of Punk. I was sad to see him go. I was hoping that sooner rather than later he'd come back, and I'd be very, very happy the day he came back. Well, you fast forward to 2021, and it's still the same thing. I really don't care about anybody's product because it really nothing really enjoy. I really don't enjoy nothing about pro wrestling today, and it's different though because I don't even watch anymore. So I was still happy that Punk came back, and I actually tuned in to the what was the show he came back on? Their Saturday show or whatever it was. Oh, Rampage. Yeah, I tuned into the Rampage and watched the segment where he cut his promo, and I was happy to see him back, but I knew like as excited as I am right now, and it's actually making me consider to start watching AEW stuff. I know that's gonna wear off. The you know the feeling of oh my gosh, CM Punk is back and wrestling is gonna wear off, and it's just gonna be you know it's the same shit AEW does, is where it's not really much of anything interesting. It's just 2 hour wrestling shows with nothing but matches on it. So I'm gonna end up tuning out anyway, and that's exactly what happened. So I didn't really see much of Punk's time with AEW.
You know, for me, his AEW highlights are his basically he has for me anyway, two AEW highlights. When he debuted in AEW, and then his promo that he did with MJF. I don't know if you ever saw that,
Yeah,
but
I knew you were gonna say that because you've told me about that before. See,
have you?
that's the thing. That's all wrestling is now. Weekly wrestling shows is now is you get a 2 hour show with matches and maybe a couple promos here. Like that's why I don't watch anymore. There's more to storylines than just oh we'll cut a promo here to advance the storyline this week. There's more to well back when I loved wrestling there was more to storylines than
Uh-huh.
just a promo, and there was more going on weekly shows than just 2 hours of matches and promos.
Well, shit. You missed it on SmackDown this week. There was a backstage segment. Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso were beating up on AJ Styles, and Solo Sikoa was on the top of the one of the trucks or whatever, and he just freaking jumped like AJ Styles was down on the ground, and Solo just jumped and did like a freaking Samoan splash on AJ on the ground. So of course that was
Why?
fast.
That's crazy. Off a damn truck.
It might have been a truck. It might have been like just like a billboard type thing. I don't know.
Was it really like that high where it was like he could hurt himself? 'Cause
Um, I mean, I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm not gonna play the clip, but I'm gonna show you. I'll
a
show you.
picture.
I'll show you how high he was.
Okay.
I know. Just I'm gonna give you the thumbnail that they used.
Mm.
Or right here. No, I guess that wasn't a truck. It was just like,
Have you pulled it up yet? I don't see
yeah,
anything.
yeah, 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 yeah. Hang on.
Okay.
I haven't shared the video. That's why I haven't seen it yet. Right here. Should I play the clip? I have it
No,
on.
no, 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 no. Don't play it. Uh,
I think if
uh
it's on me, we should be okay.
no, don't play it. Don't play it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. That's all I wanted to see was the height. Yeah, that's not really bad. That's
Well,
almost
hang
like
on.
jumping off the top rope. Now don't play it. Don't play it.
Well,
Leave it. Take it.
we're pausing. And, there you go. That's
No,
why
leave it. Leave it. Leave it.
I
Just
doubt we're
turn
gonna
it.
get clapped for that. If we get clapped for that, then that's bullshit. Because number one, there
It's
was
still
no
It's not bull. That's WWE's video there.
for that.
You,
Number
you,
one, there was no sound, and number two, we
that
paused
don't matter.
and we
That
sped it
don't
up.
matter. You're still showing WWE's video. That's their shit.
Uh, I doubt we'll get clapped. I doubt that we'll get clapped. But yeah, that was what happened this week on SmackDown. And how did we get on Solo? So you want to hear about my experience at SmackDown last week?
Yeah, sure.
So we got there about 6:30, right? And we missed The Rock, whatever. But we saw
Yeah,
the rest of the show. We loved the show, right? It was a great show. It was fun. It was me and my dad and my uncle, and it was just fun, right? My dad's like the best guy to go to or go with to these shows because
yeah.
he's like LA Night comes out, right? And you hear the whole thing going, LA Night. Yeah. And my dad's like, no. Right? He's
Yeah,
the opposite,
yeah,
right? He's
yeah.
like everybody else will cheer and he'll be like, boo, he's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if you saw my post, but I made a question saying, what's the most overrated move in wrestling? And my dad comments, the pinfall. Right? Or the overused. It was overused move. He goes, pinfall. So we're at the show, right? And all
Yeah.
of a sudden you see referee counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And every time he did that, my dad just looks at me. He's like, "See, told you, overused." It's
It's
like,
used in like every damn match except for submissions.
yeah,
Submission.
yeah, right. It was just like, yeah, you're right, you're right. And
Yeah.
at one point we got up because we wanted to go get a beer. So we go to the concession stand to get the beer. And right as we get to the front of the line, and this was probably what 7:45. So we get
Mhm.
there. No, it was like 7:20, 7:25. We get there. Hey, beer's cut off for the night, folks. They cut it
At
off because SmackDown
7:20.
was an early show.
Yeah.
So they cut off the beer early. So we didn't get our beer. So we ended up getting just sodas. Um, but by the way, beer is expensive at these shows too, by the way, at the
Mm.
Ball Arena. They're like 16, like 15, 16, $17 a beer.
Gosh,
Yeah,
damn. Mm.
yeah. Tell me about
$17 to put poison in your body? No, thank you.
it.
Shit.
Dude. Yeah, I can get fucking 2 six-packs for $17. What do you mean? Um, actually, I
I
have.
still say the same thing. Same thing I just said a minute ago.
By the way, Frank I am
Mm.
extremely proud of myself because
He always puts
besides
himself over on these
what?
damn podcasts, man. He always puts himself over on these
I
damn
do,
podcasts.
I do.
Yeah.
I CJ's the GOAT. No, Taka's the GOAT too. But anyway, um, I said that just to get a rise out of you. No, I haven't been drinking as hard lately. I really
Okay.
haven't.
That's
Um,
good. That's good.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe they'll allow you back in the group chat now that you haven't.
Well, see, so I asked Jay about that the other day,
Yeah.
and
He
he said,
left.
"Huh?"
He left.
Yeah, he said he wasn't involved in it either. So I'm like, okay, well, you're not involved, then screw it. It's not even worth it. Fuck it. So,
That just shows your priorities. You only want to be in there so you can fuck with him.
have you seen my comments on his posts lately?
No, I know you two are buddy buddy again until the next time you get drunk and you know bash
Well, I
him.
mean, which will probably be on the cruise. But no, I mean, like, yeah, no, it's been like at the house, with my parents. I
Nah,
mean, hasn't been any fights. I mean, just
yeah,
when I was drinking my beers tonight, because I had a Blue Moon and a Corona, I
right.
asked first, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, here." Like, "Cool, thanks." And
Mm,
I had a couple beers the other night, and I mean, there's been like a couple instances where I kind of went over the line, but it
yeah.
wasn't anything like too like, "Ah, I hate you," like so, you know. But yeah, no, it's been pretty like one of the times that I did it was I took my card because it's my card, and I actually went to the liquor store. I took money out of the ATM and I bought booze with it, and I
Okay.
guess I was supposed to do that, so whatever. But I mean, that's again, that's in the past, and my parents found out about that. That's all water
Right.
under the bridge at this point. Um, so, but yeah, anything else you want to discuss?
Yeah. And if you remember that long back, in one of our last episodes, which was back in July, either June or July, the episode.
That was a lie.
Oh yeah, it was July because I know I signed up for that free trial of Fubu in July. I remember that.
Of
So I
Hulu?
found no Fubu, the
Fubu?
cable. Yes, Fubu TV, which I now have a actual subscription of. But the reason why I mentioned this, in this episode, this particular episode, I
Yeah.
mentioned a
Before you continue, I came to your aid the other day. Did you see that?
yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. Yeah, Jay always does that shit, bro. I'm telling you,
I I
every
came to
time,
your aid there,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, I know. Jay, for some reason, does not like the fact that I like the things that I like, and
It's
it's like,
weird.
what it
How dare
is, it
you
is.
like things I don't like?
No, no, yeah. If you, I don't understand it, man. Like he likes stuff that I don't care about. You don't see me going off and I'm like, why you watching this?
You s
Why aren't you? Or not that why aren't you
you
watching?
should start.
Like
Give him
why
a taste
aren't
of his
you
own medicine.
watching? What
You should start. Give him a taste of his own medicine.
I should. Oh, yeah.
That's
But
Jay, by the way.
he's a cool dude. Don't get me wrong, but I don't understand it. Like he wants to
You're
pick
a bad
fights
temper.
just over. I was just showing a picture of some DVDs I just purchased, and there were movies and also a couple Friends, the sitcom DVDs,
I
which
can't believe you've liked that. Hey, I roast you all the time for the stuff you like, but at the end of the day, I admit that I like that stuff too.
yeah.
I
But
like
yeah, well, speaking of things that I like, the what I want to talk about is another TV show. And Jay, if Jay's watching this, which I don't know if nobody's watching this at the moment, but if Jay ever watches, he'll be like, "Oh, another show from the 2000s. Why don't you watch stuff from the 80s or 90s?" Which I have watched stuff from the 80s and 90s. You know, I've watched Who's the Boss, right?
sure.
I've also watched The Nanny.
Full
The
House.
literally some of the movies in that picture were from the 90s.
Right.
Friends started in the 90s.
90 started a year after I was born.
Yeah, 94.
Uh,
Um,
2
I
years
think the
after you were born.
I think the anniversary of the first episode was like a couple days ago,
Oh, damn.
which would make sense. It would make sense because we are in September.
What is it,
But
19
anyway,
years? Or, I mean, 21
no,
years?
no. Oh yeah, no, you're right. 19, 19. Yeah, because next year, no, 29, 29.
Yeah, I said
You
29.
got me
I corrected
confused.
myself. I said 29.
I heard 19. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
corrected
yeah,
myself. I said 29, I mean.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it is 29 years. Next year is gonna be
Roll
the 30th.
roll back the
Not
tape.
only,
I promise you I corrected myself.
yeah, not only is next year going to be the 30th anniversary of the first episode, but it's also going to be the 20th anniversary of the last episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Oh,
they
the
started in nine Friends. Oh, the last episode,
last episode ended in.
oh 04. They started in 94, ended in oh
Okay,
04.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Um,
really? Damn.
yeah, 10 seasons. It's the greatest sitcom of all time.
Re
But but
hold up, Doc. Cheers. You ever watch Cheers?
no, but I do know about it. I know about
You they had so I guess their series finale
it.
was the most watched series finale, I think, since MASH or something like that.
Nice. My grandfather loves MASH.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah.
That's not. Fuck. I didn't mean it
Yeah,
as an
boy.
insult.
No, I know you didn't.
Okay.
But
Well,
wait,
I'm like, man, come on.
but no, Cheers. The one thing I know about Cheers is the guy who was uh Sabrina's boyfriend Josh, his boss at the paper store, the paper thing that he worked for, whatever the hell the job title was. He played the boss. There was one of the guys from Cheers. I forgot his character's name. But he's the guy that would always walk into the
Was it
bar and
Sale?
everybody would. It would hold on. He's the guy that would always walk into the bar and everybody would scream his name.
Oh, Norm.
I think so, yeah, because they
Oh,
actually
okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
they did that on Sabrina too. They played where like I think he walks into the coffee shop and everybody says his name. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's it's
yeah.
the same guy. He was Josh's boss on Sabrina.
Okay, I know
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about because for a while I actually watched.
Which, by the way, Sabrina started in the '90s,
Yeah,
but
I
according to Jay,
watched.
I didn't watch it in the
I watched like a season and a half of Cheers on Netflix,
Okay,
and so I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Norm, and he goes, "What's shaking there, buddy?" Yeah.
yeah. So, but I want to get to what I want to talk about. So, in one of our latest episodes from back in July, I was talking about how because I got this free trial of Fubo, I was looking for a show to watch that maybe was on one of the networks that I had that I've never seen, and I came across a show called Eve,
Called what?
featuring called Eve,
Eve. Okay.
the rapper, the
Yeah, yeah,
rapper.
yeah.
Um,
Who's
so
that?
talking about how
La 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 la. Yeah.
yeah, so I was talking about how I was watching that and how like the one thing that stood out to me was Ali Landry because she's fine as hell, still is to this day. But anyway, so after I went to my grandfather's house, I pretty much like every Tuesday was watching Eve, and I finished it by now, but because sadly it's only 3 seasons. But it took way too long to freaking watch that show because, like I said, they only air it like every Tuesday. When they could air it like every day, I would have ended that shit like in like a week with how many episodes there are. But yeah, I finished it probably about a couple weeks ago. For a show that sadly only lasted 3 seasons, this was a pretty entertaining sitcom. Um, and it sucks that it only lasted 3 seasons, but couple really good episodes. One from season one, I think it was the 19th episode, Pimps Up, Diva Style Down. There was a character who played a pimp who came into Shelly, who was played by Eve, but for some reason her name's Shelly. I don't understand how the show's called Eve, but the main character is Shelly. That's weird, but
Shelly
so
Love's
he
on Cheers.
okay, but he came into Shelly's shop, diva style, looking to get an outfit that fit his, pimp persona.
Right.
And the three girls, which one of them is Ali Landry's character, Rita, and the other girl who was really funny too. She sadly passed away in 2020. I forgot her real name, and I forgot her name on the show too. I can't believe I'm forgetting this, but she's funny as hell. They can't. So this pimp comes into their office looking for a suit,
Was she a regular
and
character on the show?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the other girl. It's Shelly, Rita, and she's sort of a heavy set girl. It's Nat. Her real name's like Natalie something, or she died in 2020.
Hang on, we're gonna find this out.
So so
E.
the pimp comes in the store looking for an outfit that suits him, and the girls are like, "We can't do this. This guy's a pimp. That's demeaning to women." And
Okay,
it's
hang on,
just
hang on, hang on. You said
yeah,
her name was what?
it's something that begins with an N. I think she has curly
Natalie
hair.
Tesla Reed
Yes, that's her. What's
hmm
her character name again?
on Eve.
Yeah,
Janie. Her
yeah,
Janie.
Jan. Right, 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 Jenny. Yeah, she is one of the funniest characters.
Oh, colon cancer. Damn.
Yeah, sadly, she is the funniest character on that show. But yeah, the this episode in question, Pimps Up, Diva Style Down. The guy who played the pimp, like shout out to him, he was funny as hell. Another really good episode was actually the first one I watched, and it was one of the last ones. It was season 3, episode 19, called Girlfriends, where they like
That was like
discover
a
that
spin-off, wasn't it?
what? No, 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 it's the name of the episode. That's a different television show what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I thought that was like the spin-off of that TV show.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a spinoff of Eve. No.
Okay.
Um, So the episode's named Girlfriend. It's season 3, episode 19, where they find out that
Hang on, continue on about
Rita.
the show. I gotta take a leak. I'll be right back.
Okay, they find out that Rita has a past fling with a woman, which is so funny because Janie, the whole damn series, they would always poke at like where Janie calls Rita a lesbian. It was like every damn not every episode, but every once in a while they would have Janie call Rita a lesbian. And then they do that episode. And like one of the funniest parts about it is so they make Rita have to pretend to be a lesbian because her old fling comes back and wants to work with Diva Style. She wants to buy a suit or a dress from them. And to accommodate her, make her feel welcome and make her want to buy something from Diva Style, they tell Rita that she has to pretend to be a lesbian and want to get back with her or something. And Rita doesn't want to do that. She ends up uh, pretending that Shelly is her girlfriend to get back at Shelly for telling her to do this. And they end up in a lesbian bar where where oh yeah, and like Janie had the most fun in the bar, which is like hilarious because the whole time like Janie is calling Rita a lesbian almost throughout the whole series, only for her to like have the most fun in a lesbian
My
bar. Which was
brother-in-law's a dick.
what?
My brother-in-law's a dick. I go out there, I'm like, "Hey, man." He goes, "Hey, did you just wake up?" I'm like, "Man,
Okay.
I'm doing a podcast." So, hey,
So
so before we go, I got a
yeah,
treat for you, Frank.
but I haven't finished. I haven't finished what I want to say about Eve.
Okay, well, hang on.
Just
Before you finish, let me just say,
okay.
before we go, I got a treat for you. I just checked. We're safe on this video that we're about to watch or listen to.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
listen. We're gonna listen to a song. It's called "Headstones" by the Flatbush Zombies. I'm gonna test you here, Frank, and see how many references you get.
Okay. But before that, so that yeah, that episode, the girlfriends episode is really good too. And maybe I'm a little biased because, like I said, I think Ali Landry is freaking cute as hell, and that was kind of a Rita eccentric episode. But yeah, that was a great episode too. The one sad thing about the show, again, it ended after only 3 seasons, and it kind of ended not only on a cliffhanger, but all the six main characters looked bad at the ending. First, Shelly, her last scene, you see her like yelling at her parents because she disapproved of them getting back together and getting remarried, blah blah blah. And then gosh, it's been a while since I watched. It's been like a couple weeks since I watched the last episode. I gotta remember what some of the. Oh yeah, so Rita, Jamie, and the Australian guy. I forget the Australian guy's character's name. All three of them end up getting arrested
Oh,
because
oh,
Rita and Janie were doing a Botox. Were running a Botox shop inside Diva Style, and it was illegal. And the Australian guy just happened to come in as a customer. So all three of them get arrested. That's the last time you see the three of them. And then the other two guys, one was played by Brian Hooks, who was also very funny. And then Shelley's love interest, so I forget his name too, but they both end up in a situation where Brian Hook's character was going around with a girl who was married and like so sneaking around with her, and they didn't want the husband to know, or the ex-husband I think it was, but a situation some similar to that. And so at the end of the episode, Brian Hook's character is at the wife's house, and the husband ends up going over to see her. So Shelley's love interest is at um some type of eating establishment. I forget what it was called, restaurant, something like that, where he's with the husband and he finds out that the husband's about to go to the house. So he has to warn Brian Hook's character. So he runs all the way to that house. So he's now in the room with the wife and Brian Hook's character, and the husband comes in. They both, Brian Hook's character and Shelley's love interest, run into a closet, and that's the last time you see them. They are scared and shivering in a closet, hoping the husband doesn't see them. That's the last time you see them. And that was the final scene of the series.
ooh,
So all six of the characters look bad in the final episode. That was the worst part of the series. The fact that it ended too early and all the main characters look bad in their final scenes.
all right. So this song is called Flap. This is called Headstones. It's by the Flatbush Zombies. There's going to be a lot of references in here, Frank, so you got to pay attention.
Mhm. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
What?
Pause it. Pause it. I gotta go back. Hang on.
Yeah, of course, no. Right. Yes, this is. There you go. Let me see if I can find something else. There we go. Got it. Because if I give Frank the lyrics, he's going to understand everything right away, and that's not fun. There we go. So yeah, so like I said, ladies and gentlemen, um, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, become a bro with the Retro Bros. Shout out to Wes for coming through. Shout out to Tro. Um, Tro talking that trash. Uh, um, yeah, I'm gonna do my best to keep this channel as active as I can. Um, I make no promises because sometimes I just get lazy. So I'm gonna do my best. I will promise you that. And yeah, but like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you have any music you want us to react to or me to react to. I'll probably get to it. I got a couple of music reactions coming up in the next couple weeks. So, yeah, thank there he is. Frank, are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Hmm.
Okay. I took off the lyrics because if you hear the, if you see them, you'll get it right away. So you gotta listen.
No,
Can you hear it?
a little bit. Something about cheese and dead wrong.
Big with the cheese and you're dead wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
Biggie.
get it
Yeah,
now? What is it?
yeah.
What is it?
That's Biggie.
Okay. Huh? What's up, Derek? You want to come say hi?
Who am I saying hi to?
We're talking on YouTube.
Oh,
That's my brother-in-law, Frank.
Hey, Derek.
That's my brother-in-law.
what's up?
I promise you, I'm talking to somebody.
Yeah. Nah, he just in his room talking to himself.
Don't listen to him.
I'm out of here.
All right, man. Have a good night, bro. Hang on. Hang on, Frank. Keep the people busy real quick. I'm gonna say goodbye to my nephews.
All right. So what am I going to talk about that I haven't talked about already? Yeah. So let's see. Well, I'm excited about the Islanders this season. I cannot wait. We're 20 days away for the season to begin, and right now they're the only team I can be excited about because yeah, the Bears. There was a lot of excitement for the season this year. Year 3 for Justin Fields. I really thought that he was going to take that next step, and so far it hasn't happened. Uh, doesn't mean I'm giving up on Fields. I don't think anybody should, but yes, it looks bad so far. And what a horrible week at Hallis Hall with the Alan Williams stuff. Who knows what the heck happened with
Okay,
him?
sorry about that.
The yeah,
You ready?
yeah.
All right, here we go.
Set the standards in the tear dog. I hit the doggy stash, throw it back.
Doggy style, Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on the mat. It's talking hell, it's hot, so leave me.
Now you gotta listen real closely on this one. Come on.
Yeah, I heard Tupac references. I heard Chronic, Dr. Dre, of course, reference. Yeah,
Easy does it
Easy E. Yeah,
and hate it or love it.
I didn't catch Hate It or Love It.
I'll run it back.
Ruthless, easy does it. The chronic smoke in public, hate it or love it. The underdog, we
You hear that time?
Yep.
lick the swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling it
I think 400 Degrees was a rap album.
Okay.
for missing mortal with my technique.
A moral. Hang on.
It's written in my
Technique, I guess, as a
Mhm.
rapper.
my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm
Still not a player.
Yep.
born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice.
Did you get that? Still not a player.
Yeah, big pun.
Okay.
Super duper fly, juicy keep them born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly, juicy keep them hypnotized.
Super duper fly. You get that one?
Yep.
Who does that song?
Super duper. I thought I did. Damn.
Man,
No, I had somebody on the mind, but I know it's not them.
Missy Elliott.
Oh, right. Okay, okay.
And then you
Fun
got,
fact. Fun fact. Missy Elliott does the theme song to Eve.
okay. And then he goes into something else.
Life after death, I made the sacrifice and super duper fly, juicy keep them hypnotized. I said my name is.
Catch that one?
My name is Eminem.
And Juicy keep them hypnotized.
Is that Juicy J from
Biggie,
Two
that's
Six?
Biggie Smalls, hypnotized.
Okay, yeah,
Juice,
hypnotized. Yeah.
America's most. Ain't no
Hang on.
juicy keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most.
Juice is the name of a hip hop movie. And America's Most, like America's Most Wanted, is a hip hop group.
Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads. Money over.
See you at the crossroads. Did you catch that one?
I heard it. I don't know what you're talking about though.
You're lying.
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
The crossroads Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bum, bum,
That
bum, bum, bum,
I
bum.
don't really listen to Bone Thugs and
What
Harmony like
you gonna do? What?
I don't really listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony like that.
Oh, okay, that was their song. They did a that was like an Easy E tribute. Story, What You Want. Do you get those?
No.
Rick is a rapper. He has a song called Children's Story.
I know Slick Rip. I don't really listen to his music like that.
Okay, and then
You know what I fuck
what
with.
you want? Beastie Boys.
Yeah, you know what I fuck with. I fuck with the Houston raps.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. Come on, I know you know that.
No.
Tupac.
Okay.
Go to ledge. I'm your pusher. What's that? I smell his.
Ha, what's that? I smell pussy. That's a shout out to Ice Cube's No Vaseline.
Yeah.
Me count my guns. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk
There it goes. My name is again.
Yeah.
Cobain, like a pimp. Here I go to the next episode.
Next. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. Do you know that
Yeah.
song?
I know the song. I don't know. I forgot who it's by. I caught that DMX reference though before.
KRS-One. Yeah, DMX.
Lean back, give me one more chance. They say
Wait,
Jesus.
wait. Lean back.
Oh yes, that classic. Classic.
Police, I'm in deep cover, skirt, lean back, give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so.
Jesus walks.
Yes, Kanye West.
Okay.
Lean back, give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear
He does the bum, bum, bum. You know.
Yeah.
Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing right now.
Can't tell me nothing. And so deaf.
Yeah.
So deaf is a record label. And then
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Right. Jermaine Dupri. I'm telling that for those who don't know.
Okay.
So much certificate. I gave you power 21. Questions like
I think he said something about Death Certificate, which is an album.
I shot you,
Who shot you? Biggie
Yeah.
Smalls.
Yeah.
You got Sacha was somebody else from Atlanta.
Watch them thinking flashing like paparazzi. 2 words, this shit both get money. Tonight's the night, guess who's back on my block? Rather unique, I lick a shot in Bucktown. This firearm, silence on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y, top
Quiet Storm.
of New York with a pitchfork.
Yo, that was a song. Yes, it was censored. I apologize, folks. I apologize.
That don't matter. That
It
don't
does.
matter. It was still a good song.
It was a good song. Yeah, it's by it's called Headstones and it's by the Flatbush Zombies.
Yeah.
So if you want to look them up, you know. And there's
Hey,
a
sometimes
rapper that I won't play, but his name is Ren. You should check him out too. He's pretty dope.
yeah, sometimes the censored version sounds better than the uncensored version.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those who say, "Oh, this shouldn't be cursed on the track." You know, I'm not like that. I got no problem
Yes, you are.
listening to curses. Nah, I ain't got no problem with it. But the one song I always think of is a song called "Helicopter" by Lil Scrap.
Helicopter, helicopter. That song.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, what? How's it go?
It's a
Say
meme
it.
song. It goes helicopter, helicopter.
No. So the uncensored version is the uncensored hook is I'm fly as a motherfucking helicopter, and the censored version is I'm
Dude,
fly.
it sounds so cheesy.
It's a good song. That's all I gotta say. But the uncensored version sounds better because like the way they edit it is it goes I'm fly as a helicopter. You would have to listen to it to get why it sounds better, but it does honestly.
It's corny.
Now
But
that song is fire. That
come on.
song is fire. I'm telling you.
See, I mean, but I listen to like I listen to like Eminem and Coast Contra and Flatbush Zombies, you know. I listen to people who do like complicated like bars like that. Like you gotta really
I really I
like for
really
instance,
don't care. I really don't care what you're saying in the rap. I really don't care what the bars are or anything like that. If it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it.
came
That's
from
all I care
them
about.
like a horny spider.
Mm.
Fucking girl in an apple orchard. Then I came inside her. Get that
But
one?
yeah, yeah, but like I said, I don't care about what they say on the track. If it's so that goes that not just for rappers, that just goes for music in general. I'm just looking for something that sounds good. If
Yeah.
it sounds good, I'm gonna bump it.
I mean I like Nickelback. I like Green Day. I like Linkin
Mm.
Park.
Hey,
Like
I just this is also because of Fubu TV because Fubu has MTV Classics, and I just recently got into a band from my childhood where like I've always been aware of their music, but I never really listened to them. But
yeah,
because no, not to your what?
does Fubu have TRL?
They have MTV Classics, which has a show called Total
Yeah.
Request. Yes.
Carson
Um,
Daly?
no. Not with Carson Daly. It's just a show that shows old music videos
Oh,
like for an hour. And so like there's this one band that I knew about as a kid. I knew their music, but I never really was a fan. And because I was watching these music video shows on MTV Classics, I came across one of their big hits. I was like, man, I may not I've always thought this was a good song, but now all of a sudden listening to it again all these years later, I really love this song. And so I ended up getting 2 albums from this group. Do you know who it is? Can you guess? It's a band that started in the 90s. Well, technically they started in the 80s, but they got hot in the 90s and kind of stayed hot throughout the early 2000s.
Korn.
No, not Corn. Not
Rage
that
Against
type.
the Machine.
It is sort of a rock group, but it's kind of like a rock pop group.
Limp Bizkit.
Well, Limp Bizkit's not pop.
Who? I don't know. Who? Pumpkins. No doubt. Oh yeah.
And the song I'm referring to that I've always known, I've always sort of liked, and now I just after hearing it all these years later, it's like become my favorite song now.
Hey baby, hey baby,
Yes,
hey,
yes, yep.
hey baby, hey baby.
So this album,
Now,
that's
now,
feature
who was the female singer in that song?
female singer Gwen Stefani. He's the female singer in the group. What are you talking about? Who was the feature on Hey Baby though?
I don't know how.
Bounty Killer.
Who?
Bounty Killer.
Downtown Killer? Okay.
No, Bounty Killer.
Bounty Killer? Okay, I've never heard
Yeah,
of
just imagine somebody with a gun
Look who it
pointed
is.
at him.
Come here. Come here. Are you leaving? So give me a hug goodbye. Oh, love you, buddy. You have a good day at school tomorrow, okay? All right. Have a good week. Sorry
Okay,
about
well, he ruined my corny joke, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. Just imagine
Hey,
somebody.
come on.
Just
Don't put that on him. He's 6 years old, bruh.
he came in just as I was about to say it,
You
but
want to see
just
the other
imagine.
one? You want to see the other one?
Hang on. Just
You grab the
imagine.
other one real quick while you go ahead. Tell the
Wait.
joke. I'll maybe grab the other one.
Okay. Just imagine would somebody has a gun pointed to a roll of paper towels. Bounty Killer. Yeah, corny as hell. But yeah, no doubt. I've gotten into them thanks to MTV Classics, and damn, this is a really good group. As a kid, I was aware of them, of course. I mean, I don't think you could have been alive in 2000s and not been aware of No Doubt. But yeah, as a kid, I really wasn't a fan of them. I would listen to their music and think, yes, some of these songs are really good. Some of these songs are good, maybe not really good, but yeah, after hearing Hey Baby, uh now for some reason it's like one of my favorite songs. Well, it's like my favorite song right now, even though it's old as hell.
Never mind.
Yeah, what were you asking? What were you asking? What were you asking?
What do you mean?
You were saying another one? What do you mean another one?
I don't even remember, honestly.
Yeah,
What were we talking about?
we're talking about No Doubt.
Oh, I was probably asking if you wanted to say hi to my other nephew, but
Oh, I don't know, but you missed my corny joke though.
that's
So
okay.
the
I'll watch
feature,
the video. I'll play it back and
wait,
message.
no. So the feature on Hey Baby, as I asked you, you didn't know who it was. The feature was Bounty Killer.
Okay.
So I say his name's Bounty Killer. You just imagine somebody with a gun pointed at a roll of paper towels. Bounty
Folks,
Killer.
on that note, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode of the podcast. We appreciate everybody for coming through. Like this video, subscribe. I promise there's not many Frank corny jokes that you're going to hear on the channel. So you don't have to worry about that. Until next time, I'm CJ. He's Frank. We out.